Welcome to Nightlife 24/7.
Are you ready to talk about sex?
No, let's talk about relationships.
Or is it time to talk about dating, taboos?
It's on your mind.
So let's talk about it
On Nightlife 24/7.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Nightlife 24/7. I'm your boy Mac, as always, and today, we were just discussing on Wednesday the topic with the women, friends with benefits, and today I have the guys. We got Mr. Wonderful himself over here, and then we also have a newcomer, new to the scene, kicking it hard, Mr. Storm himself. So how's everybody doing?
Pretty good, Mac.
Doing good.
Good. So guys, I was just discussing this topic, only a day or so ago with the ladies, and it seems to be that when it comes to friends with benefits, there seems to be, in my personal opinion, doesn't make it right or wrong, my personal opinion, more of an emotional connection sometimes on the women's level. And don't get me wrong, sometimes the men go there too because they had alternative motives or ulterior motives because they were trying to get that woman. It was like, yeah, we could just be friends and do this and do that. But from a man's point of view, and the fact that I got two men here with me makes it so much easier. From a man's point of view, do you feel that if you are involved in a friends with benefits type relationship, that we are more likely to become emotionally involved? You can hit it up first, Storm. I'm gonna let you go at it first, since you the new guest.
I personally don't think so, because men can hit it and quit it, and have no emotional attachments whatsoever, and it's a physical thing with a man. So I definitely think they could just cut it off at any time.
Mr. Wonderful. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I agree with him to a degree.
Okay.
If you already have a friend, y'all already close.
Yeah.
And for some guys, in the back of their mind, they always have that, I wonder if we could go to that next level.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I could try it or should try it, but men really have that aspect of, like he said, I can do that and just keep it moving. And some relationships are better that way. I can just hit it and keep it moving. There's no connection of any sort, and just keep it as we can talk and be friends and hang out and still do this. Great.
Well, yeah, it's a bit. Oh, come on, that's a serious benefit.
Yeah.
You just like one of the boys, but I get to sleep with you.
There you go.
All right, now I kind of skipped forward a little bit, but have either of you ever been in a friends with benefits type relationship? Come on, Mr. Wonderful.
Yes.
I got to ask you.
Both sides.
Both sides of it.
Both
Okay.
sides.
Okay. How about you, Storm?
I've tried it, and it didn't really quite work out, but I didn't lose a friend over it. So
Okay, I have to ask, how did it not work out? Were there some blurred lines? Were there some issues that could not be corrected?
Well, I felt like it was blurred lines on the other person's part. They wanted more, but because I'm married, that I couldn't give them more. So, I just had to cut it back and keep it moving.
You still got that number? Brother just asking. I'm just asking. That's all I'm saying.
For a serious
Yeah,
one.
I'm just, I'm trying to help you out. I'm trying to help a friend out.
Get it
know
off
what I'm
your
saying?
back.
I'm trying to, because that's what friends do for each other. We look out for each other. I'm just saying. But, all right, Mr. Wonderful, have you ever had that type of situation where the lines really became blurred in the situation and you had to somewhat correct it quickly or just walk away from it?
Yes. Like he said, it was more or less on her part, on a few parts, because I've had quite a few friends with just supposedly benefits.
Okay.
And after a while, like I've heard the women say they get caught up in the way you treat them. You
Right.
know, if you're a gentleman anyway, if you are, and you
Right.
want to treat them nice with respect, but along with good sex, some emotions will get caught up in there just because you're still being a gentleman as well. And I've had the sense of sometimes I've looked at a friend who I've had benefits with and said to myself, I think this could go
Yeah.
that other level, but
I've
even
done that
the
too.
woman have said, no, we're going to keep it right here. Everything is going good. We don't want to mess it up. So I kept it going like that as long as it could. So,
I was a very fortunate person. When I joined the military, there was a group of us that went through basic and AIT together. We didn't see the females. We didn't get to see the females until we went to AIT because it was just strictly all guys in basic. But those of us who bonded and became very close in AIT and got stationed together in Fort Bliss, we formed our own group of friends with benefits. And it was because of two reasons. One, we felt comfortable and safe that we knew each other. And two, we were all in a brand new environment. So, when that's something like that happens, you stick close to your friends because you know what you can expect from them. And the funny thing was, with that type of relationship, and it was a group of us, we never had blurred lines, or we never had an instance where situations got crossed. And the funny thing was, I never had an instance or a situation until I started dating outside the group. Because we didn't date in the group, we just had sex. But once I started dating outside the group is when all my problems started. And I'm really starting to wonder, is having friends with benefits the best route to go? I mean, what are your thoughts on it?
no, go ahead.
Go ahead.
It just ran around in my head what you just said. I don't know. Even though sex with women without an attachment sometimes can be a good thing, but it also can be a real lonely thing, because I think that's one of the things that tripped me up in getting married first, was having all these women with benefits, but it's nothing going anywhere. And it was enjoyable in one aspect, but at the aspect, it just wasn't fulfilling.
Okay. No, you know what? I agree with you to a certain point. You're right. It can be lonely sometimes because you want to spend time with that person. They've already made plans. You want to go out to dinner with that person before having sex or whatever. They are already in for the night, or they're out of town, or they're working late. So I get your point. But if you're still friends, which is the first basis of the relationship, right? Aren't you still talking to these people on a regular basis? Aren't you still communicating with them at some point, still as friends do, with a conversation here and there, a text message or something like that? Or no?
Me?
Or have it just
all the
become...
ones that I associated with, it was an ongoing until we just said, okay, we're cut it off here, and because you're moving on to maybe something that you need to focus on as a full relationship and get it started. So, but up until that point, you're always talking and keeping in contact. You don't want to lose contact.
No, well, what's funny that you said that. Approximately a year ago, I met this young lady, and and the funny thing was, I was dating someone, and the person that I was dating made it very clear that we needed to bring in another partner because this was a little too much for her to handle. Sex with me was a little too much. Not in the fact of size, but endurance-wise, that I could go for a while. So we looked for a female partner online and found her on Craigslist. Put out an ad on Craigslist, found her on Craigslist. And it was so funny to me that when I broke up with my significant other, me and that other person continued to be friends with benefit. And the funny thing was, she would call and she said, "You at home?" "Yeah." Okay, I'm around the corner. I'll be there in 5 minutes. She would hit the door, and I swear to you, I'm swearing to you, God is my witness. She would come in the door from the moment I opened the door, to no hug, no nothing. Her shit was on the floor. She was walking to the bedroom butt ass naked. Come on, I gotta be home in an hour before he gets home. And that's how it went on. That went on like that for approximately 5.5, 6 months. And she would never call or say, how you doing? What's up? Nothing. She would just, you at home? I'm around the corner.
I've had that.
Yeah, and then they disappear and you don't hear nothing from them. You hear no phone calls, no text message, no nothing.
Nothing.
Now, I'm wondering, do you consider that truly a friends with benefits type situation? Or is that just their on-call booty call?
Well, I personally think that would be a good scenario.
How so?
Because I mean, it's just she just wants sex, and she comes in, gets down to business. Y'all take care of business,
and she rolls the hell out.
And she's out.
She out. She's like, I'll see you later. I'll holler at you in a couple of weeks or next month.
That's right. You don't have to worry about saying happy birthday.
Oh no, there was none of that shit. I don't even know what a woman's birthday was.
Right.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Never even got her last name.
I had
Still to the
like
damn
that.
day. Never. I don't know that woman's last name.
Do you have her number?
He's trying to help you out now.
Okay. Okay. Storm got one. That's one. That's 1 point
There
for
you
Storm
go.
in his corner right there. Okay. Now, would you feel a lot different? Because I posed this question to the women also. I posed this question to them, and I have to be honest, their answers kind of hurt my feelings. But if that woman has started changing up her the way she's having sex with you, now it's not just, we sweaty, slap my ass, grab my throat, pull my hair, I'm calling you daddy. But now it's like, I want to kiss you all over. I want to pull you close. I want to sit there and hold you tight. Is that an issue for us as men?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I personally, I think that would be a line that would be crossed, because with my wife, she's number one.
I got
you. I wouldn't want her to do anything to jeopardize that with my wife. So I think I would just have to take a step back on that.
Yeah. What about you, Mr. Wonder?
It's definitely a line cross, whether you have someone as a spouse or you single with that friend of benefits. It should be addressed because it can be an issue. Like I said, you had some that caught feelings in the act of just treating them nice,
Right.
and with the benefits. So, yeah, especially if you have a wife or a significant other and she's just supposed to be the friends with benefits.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a way you say, hey, buddy, you're not going further than where we should be, are we? I mean, I like what we have and I don't want to mess it up.
Right.
So where are you in your thinking on this? Are we still where we need to be? That's about it.
Okay. Because now I foresee it as it's not fucking anymore. Now it's not just sex anymore. Now you're at the potential of making love, which is a whole different arena. And she now has an orgasm in a whole different way.
Right.
So I gave the women this opportunity, and I'm going to give you guys the exact same opportunity. How would you approach a woman and let her know, whether it's a friend, a coworker, or someone that you know, that you are feeling them in this way and you wanted to take your friendship to a whole nother level of a sexual aspect? So I'm gonna let you hit this one up first, Storm.
That's kind of a tricky question because you don't want to mess things up with your friends. And me personally, I would just try to, throw subtle hints out there, and depending on how they took it, I would move on from there. But if I didn't like the answers I was getting, then I would stop. I wouldn't go any further.
You wouldn't write a note? I like you. You like me. Yes or no?
Sign yes or no? Yeah.
I'm just saying, you can't write a note, bro. Damn, they got emojis. I'm serious. Just throw something out there. I mean, some people don't get subtle here.
Yeah, and I'm not.
Yeah,
I am.
yeah,
I'm to the point.
yeah.
Well, in today's day and age, women are. I mean, it's totally different than when I grew up.
Right.
Now, women approach you. They basically say, "You want to get busy," and
Yeah.
you know, it's
Yeah,
not
you want to Netflix and chill.
right.
Yeah, that's what you want to Netflix and chill. You know, I'm like,
Right.
I used to tell them, shit, I ain't got Netflix, but you can still come over and chill.
Right.
You know, I'm just saying, I got DVDs.
Yeah.
I'll tell them in a minute, man. I just went down to the flea market
That
and got a
VCR
couple.
still work.
Woo! Don't even play. Don't even play, girl. I got the latest. Just came out.
All that matters
Yeah.
is you're
You know,
here.
But you know, the problem that I foresee with a friends with benefits, and this is just me, that I foresee is that the longer it continues, the dynamics of the relationship, it has to change. I mean, because we're not robots. We're just not. We're not void of emotional contact, feelings. You know what I'm saying? The complexity. It has to evolve in some kind of way. You don't think so?
Not with me. I
Not
mean,
with
I'm
you?
cut from a different cloth, so I've kind of raised a little bit different
Okay.
because my emotional attachment was just it. It was detached. So
Okay.
that was. We can go for months. We can date we can be friends with benefits for a year, and you still not mean that much.
On
Then-
that level, too.
Yeah, I knew where.
On that emotional level.
Yeah, it wasn't until, like I said, you get tired of something. I do this all the time. It's got to be something different. So you seek something different.
Right.
But if you got that friend with that benefit, you know that, well, I can always get that. There's my thinking. Well, I don't need her as something more than that. I already have that.
Okay.
Now, if there's something about her that says, well, she could be that next level, then you see if you can, like he said, throw those little helpful hints out there. But
I think he gonna have to work with emojis. I'm just saying. I think he really.
No,
gonna have to
my
work
thing
with
is just
emojis.
being straight. I ask. I mean,
Oh no, I'm like
this
you.
is what I'm seeking.
Yeah.
This
I'm
is
pretty
what I
blunt,
like.
too.
If you're interested in this, and if you're not, I totally understand. Let our
Yeah.
lives keep going that way, and yours keep going that way.
Yeah, I got a trick for you, and I'm telling you, it works 9 times out of 10. 9 times out of 10. Walk up to her, say, "Hey, I left my phone in the car, or my phone has died. Would it be okay with you if I call such and such on your phone? Use your phone to call her. Get her phone, dial your phone, and then when you're done, and when they say, is everything okay? Did you get in contact? Yeah, I just called my phone. I'll be texting you in a little bit." See?
And
You
that
got it
works?
in. Man, it works.
With who?
A lot of these young ones.
Oh.
They ain't gonna work with no. I'm just saying, they ain't gonna work with no grown ass woman.
Something
just
like
saying, yeah,
I
I'm
got
just-
that
yeah.
block number.
Yeah. Yeah, these young ones, they think that shit, girl. That was kind of cute. He was cute the way he did that. Yeah, I'm just saying. All right. So check this out. Would a relationship that has continued to be a friends with benefits type of situation, that you have grown to accept it for what it is, okay? And you know that there's no chance. Both of you have already set the boundaries. Both of you are staying within those lines, okay? How do you figure at some point, damn, I have no one, she has no one, we good at this, we enjoy each other's company. Yeah, we went out to dinner a few times. She comes over and hangs out. I go to her place and hang out. You know, you haven't done any of those boyfriend-girlfriend things, but you're wanting to. And now as a guy, how do you translate that from one instance to the next, especially with her?
I've only had one friend, I believe, that was truly my friend. We were thick as thieves. And everybody around us thought we were doing something a little more because we were so close. That was the only one that I can remember that I really never did anything. We kissed one time. We were getting ready to go out to a function, and she wanted me to wrap her waist to make it tuck. So
Right.
that was the actual first time I kissed her breast and then kissed her on the lip. And she just kind of laughed about it. And then later we said, well, that was nice. And we never did nothing else after that. So it was, we didn't push it. We just left it like that.
Okay. Hey, guys, if you're just tuning in, this is Nightlife 24/7. We're continuing our topic on friends with benefits. You know, I got Mr. Storm here with me and Mr. Wonderful. You know, the topic is friends with benefits. And sometimes the situation that you're in cannot be beneficial to anyone if both of you have not clearly stated your purpose, have not clearly stated your guidelines, have not clearly stated what you want as far as emotional detachment. You know, the biggest thing that a lot of people tend to do when these situations do happen is they jump right in because it's a sexual aspect. It's completely someone new or someone that they've always desired and wanted. So we're not discussing anything. We're just having sex. And damn, it's good for the moment. And then as it progresses, they realize, oh shit, somebody's catching feelings, whether it's him or her. But it's kind of hard to backtrack because you never stated from the get-go what your desired outcome was, what lines were not supposed to be crossed or blurred. Listen, I'm telling you here now, there are some men out there that can put it down. There are some women out there that got skills that should have been doing porn from the day they was born, okay? But please understand this in every aspect of what I'm trying to tell you. Great sex does not define the foundation for a strong relationship. Mm-hmm. Women always say it. They always say it. Let's be friends first and see where it goes from there. Even if you're trying to date, let's be friends first and let's see how it evolves from there. Okay? Because at some point, she's going to decide whether or not you fit into three categories. You're just a friend. You're just a friend I'm fucking. Or you just that friend I need to get the hell away from. Because you're a little psycho and controlling. And yeah, you got some issues that I really didn't know about. I thought I did. I ignored all that red flag shit because we were out drinking and smoking or whatever. And now it's starting to come to light. And I'm trying to figure out why all my tires keep coming up slashed every week. Okay? And I know damn well there was somebody in the bushes when I came home the other night. Because I ain't got no cat or dog. All right? But, you know, joking all aside, friends with benefits can manifest in multiple ways. And most of the time, if you're fortunate and blessed, that's a good thing. If you're not, it can turn to, man, it can turn really bad really quick. You know, think about, as I've always stated, and I've stated it in the episode prior to this one with the ladies. You know, think about if it's really that important for you to just have sex or to have a friend. You know, you need to seriously consider that. You know, a lot of us guys, me being one of them when I was younger, we always made mostly 9 out of 10 of our decisions with our dick. Right off the bat. We made 9 times out of 10, we made a decision based on our dick. And we was thinking that, I got a really good chance of getting her. So, yeah, I'm going to come over and help her out. But there's a chance that I might just get some. But that's not always a good thing to look forward to. You know, and I said this in the previous, show. we don't get to choose our family, but we choose our friends. And if we're really lucky, we find friends that will always be there for us, support us, and stand by us. And lots of times it's that friend that will be there to push you to be more than who you are. It'll be that friend that helps you when you've been broken, when you can't figure out where to look or how to stand strong. It's that friend that's right there holding you up, and you can destroy that so easily and so quickly in a matter of seconds by just saying the wrong thing the wrong way. And I'm going to say this, all pussy ain't good pussy. Just like I tell women, all dick ain't good dick, okay? So just think on that for a minute, all right? Just think on that. Guys, would you consider ever bringing that, even though you've already straightened everything with your significant other, your wife, your boo, whoever, and y'all have already set the boundaries and the guidelines, and you know what you can and can't do, would you ever consider bringing that friend home to your woman to escalate that even higher on the friendship level? Mrs. Storm?
Hell no to the no.
Don't want to take a moment to think about it, huh? Okay, then. All right. I thought you would at least take 2-3 seconds to think about this shit, but all right. Mr. Wonderful, how about you?
If you had a friends with benefit and she knew about it,
right?
I mean, it would have to be discussed.
Okay.
I mean, you just don't do it, but I think if she's already knowing that I have a friend with benefits,
right.
I mean, I think to ask her, at least the question is posed. If nothing else, it can be yes or no. And if you feel comfortable with the relationship that you're having with the friends with benefit, yeah, I would say I would ask. If nothing else, I would ask, just for the curiosity's sake.
Well, I'm going to put it out there on the table. Long time ago, in a land far, far away, when I was married, I actually brought my friends with benefits home. And now I will say this. Didn't ask, but I had mentioned it once or twice in passing. Just mentioned it. And never really got a no to it. So
and she was there?
When my wife come home, when my wife came home, she was in the bedroom waiting for her.
The female was?
Yes. And I blindfolded my wife and took her to the room and closed the door. And I stepped out the door. Let me say that. I stepped out the door and closed it and then told her to take her blindfold off. And it ended up turning into a freaking wonderful,
so I take
wonderful
it you
night.
knew your wife.
I knew my wife.
Okay.
I knew my wife. Because it's something and the only reason I did it is because she had constantly mentioned something to me. She would always say something, but she never acted on it.
Healthy hints.
Right. She never acted on it. So I helped her act on it. And they sat there and talked for about 30 or so minutes, and then they called me into the room. So it can go right. But if you have a woman like Sexy Kim and you haven't discussed it, just expect somebody to get cut.
Under the bottom of your foot?
Yeah, on the bottom of your damn feet. You won't be walking for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she's going to go old style on your ass. You might come up with an ear missing. So, and you ain't even a painter. But I'm just, there are women out there that be like, yeah, I thought about it, but damn it, I didn't want you to act on it. So I was a very blessed person in that situation because I had been listening to my significant other, and I knew if I didn't do it, it would never happen. But both of these guys are absolutely 150% correct in every aspect. Mr. Storm said hell no, not no, but hell no. Mr. Wonderful said, hey, if we've discussed it and we've talked about it and she's made it clear there's something she's considering, then move on it. Guys and women, think about all the aspects of what can transpire in a situation like this. I'm going to pose another question to the men that I posed to the women. Would you ever consider a friends with benefit with a coworker? All right, Mrs. Storm.
I personally think that could be a hard one, because if it doesn't go well, then you have to work with that person, and it could make things tense at work.
Okay.
And that would just be a whole different dynamic.
Okay. Mr. Wonderful.
Out of a million things that I was trying to think of back then, I've never messed with a coworker. I've never messed with a coworker. I just never I never saw it working. I think them seeing me at work and we doing something, even there or after work, but it's just a benefit thing, can get touchy if they see you mess with somebody else as well. And then that's your workplace, as you say. Mm-hmm. Don't shit where you eat. I get it.
I truly believe that.
So I can't say I've never done it. So,
but you know what the new thing is, right? And it's been going on for years. So it could evolve, having a work husband or wife.
No.
So it could evolve. You don't think so?
No, I don't.
I have heard people say that before, but I don't know.
No.
I mean, I know of a couple that's evolved like that from my job I worked at.
Right.
They married now. They went from dating on the job, kicking, and now they're married. But I just couldn't do it.
You think that's a slim 1 in a million chance that?
Not so much as 1 in a million, because I know you hear about it all the time. Sex in the workplace.
Oh yeah.
But for me, I mean, and as outgoing as I have been in my life, that was just one thing I just couldn't see myself doing, is pulling somebody in at work and then I got to see them every day.
All right.
That's a little bit even past friends with benefits. With friends with benefits, every now and then we get together. It's a sex thing, but we still cool. We hang every now and then. But this person now I work with, I'm seeing you every day, knowing that we done bumped the grind. So now I got to tiptoe around.
And the funny thing is, though, a lot of friends with benefit relationships do tend to happen at work.
Yeah,
because you're in close proximity to that person,
right?
And you've been playing around, you've been joking, you've been flirting here and there, and the next thing you know, you're out in the damn car in the parking lot, or you're up in the bathroom with the stall locked, or somebody got the damn meat in the freezer. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe that's why all my jobs are always moving and on the go.
Oh, okay.
I haven't had time to stop. Yeah.
But you understand where I'm coming from.
I get you.
Yeah, because, I mean, hell, if it wasn't for that, Cheaters wouldn't have a show. I'm just saying, Cheaters would not have a show.
Co-worker.
That's true.
Yeah.
Half of my co-workers.
All right. So, one more question that I pose to the women, and I want the guys to consider this question that the women also had really, really good answers. If you are the man who has his eyes on someone, how would you step to them and propose this type of situation? All right, come on, Mr. Stone, because you thinking. He's smiling and grinning, too. Come on, you thinking.
Me, I'm a big joker and a clown, and people don't take me seriously that much. So I would start off in a joking way, and I would just do it like that.
You would just trying to get her laughing and
right, and then
laugh her into the bed.
Yeah, see, that's why I think he might have an issue, because they may, even though you made the comment, they may consider it just a joke. Go back to the emojis. Okay?
But there's ways around that, though. I mean, you can spin it around and make it seriously. You just have to see.
So you kind of feeling
butter
it out
in her
with
eye.
a joke. Okay.
Right.
He's filling it out with the joke to see how she going to respond to it. Okay. Mr. Wonderful, I know you just going to write it out on paper and be like, listen, you want to get it or what?
There you go.
That's your
I mean,
you want to get this or what?
I'm just one of them people that's like the newspaper. Inquiring minds want to know.
No,
So
yeah.
I have to ask up front. I'm like, that way I can cut this conversation in that direction and go into a whole nother.
Yeah, because
different-
we ain't trying to see
Right,
HR up in here, right?
right.
We ain't trying to see
I just
HR
put in
and-
the application, you sign here, and there you go. If you up for this job or this task, then let's get this job started. Otherwise, it's okay.
See, I already see right now the way his approach. HR gonna come in there and they're gonna be saying, you know what, we need to have you go to some sexual harassment classes. Right off the bat. We
Been
like
there.
you. We like you and you work well
Done
here.
that.
And you've been here for years. I just think you need to have this class right now so you can continue working here. That's all. I'm just messing with you, Mr.
No.
Wonderful. I'm just messing with you.
Life and reality.
I love you, man. That's all I'm gonna say. I love you, man. That's it. Oh, wow. You know the funny thing though that I've come to notice more than anything in the friends with benefits type relationships, that they happen at the most awkward times. You ever notice that? I don't think, as the lady said, a lot of it just seemed to fall into place. It really wasn't planned. It seemed to just.
I don't think none of it is really planned unless you've been around that person for a while.
You think so?
Yeah, because mine has always been one of those spur of the moment happen things. It wasn't, you didn't plan it,
Right.
but it started working out that way, and it was like,
Because
oh,
the way it fell into place, you couldn't have planned it out that way
No,
anyway. It would
couldn't
just
have.
been.
Right.
It would have just
Right.
like, damn.
Right.
I mean, if I had planned this out and put this down.
couldn't have put it together
couldn't
if
have
I
put
wanted it like
yeah,
this.
it wouldn't have
Yeah.
fell into place. There could have been so many glitches and yeah. Wow. Yeah. Listen, guys. Maybe the best type of friends with benefits relationships would be the ones that aren't planned. The ones that just seem to happen naturally.
Mm-hmm.
The world has become such a different place as far as relationships and role reversals. I mean, the dynamics in the home has even switched to some extent. You now have a lot more stay-at-home dads, and the woman's out doing the working. Now, the question would be is, damn, if he's at home taking care of the kids and the family and she's out working, does that give him more of an opportunity? But since he's going to the soccer games and going to the PTA meetings and he's doing the bake sale, to have more of an opportunity to now evolve those type of friendships into a friends with benefits. Honestly, I can't tell you. Does it mean that because she's now working in corporate, or she's an office manager, or she's a secretary, and she's always at different events for the company, or she's traveling for the company, does that give her more of an opportunity to evolve her situation into a friends with benefits type of situation? Who's to know? The one thing I've learned in my life is always expect the unexpected, and anything that happens better than that is just great because you're still above ground. I think personally, in every aspect, that what the lady said on the previous show, what the gentleman is saying on this show, are definitely valid. Clarify right up front what it is that you're looking for. Communicate right with your partner to let them know this is something you're considering. Establish the guidelines and the rules. Step to the other person with a little respect and understanding of knowing that they may be caught off guard or taken off guard, and even though they may have those feelings, they don't know how to accept them or deal with them since they've now been put out on the table. Just because it's out on the table doesn't mean everybody can sit down and eat. You know what I mean? Some meals are really undigestible, and the next thing you know, you got an awkward situation now that you can't rectify because that person is put off. I'm going to give the men about a minute and a half to say their piece on how they truly feel about friends with benefits, and then we're going to close out the show. Mr. Wonderful?
Well, at this stage in my life, being married, friends with benefits, it's kind of not there. That's
Okay.
even though we live a different lifestyle,
Gotcha.
the friends with benefit is not needed.
Understood.
So, I mean, that would have to. I think if the way we live, it's really not needed. I mean, to have a friend that's just there for sex or hang out every now and then or something like that, and then too, the way my wife is cut, I don't want to get cut because that's not her style.
Yeah, I was gonna state
that's
that.
that's not her
Yeah, I
cup
was going
of
to
tea.
state that after he spoke that.
So
there's a fear of getting cut. So.
there you go.
Yeah,
so with us is not really needed. We have a way of living that is I had to come to respect and understand that this is truly all you need. What she has to offer and what she gives me, when you look at it in the long run, I'm well above the average man for what he has. So I had to come to that term and realization of being content and learn from, that
right.
always more ain't always great.
There ain't no lie. All right, Mr. Storm, hit it up.
I kind of agree with what Mr. Wonderful said. That for the most part, for me, I may be one of the rare guys to say this, but it's really not. It's not needed for me either. I mean, if me and my wife do things together, because our lifestyle is different. Also, if we do things together, I enjoy that more than, like, say, if I would have a friends with benefits, because at this point in my, I don't think it's really needed either. So.
Okay. Well, let me give you my 2 cents on it. I'm looking for friends. I'm just saying, brothers just put it
but
out
you're
there.
looking at it as a single man.
That's right.
There
Single
you go.
men need friends too.
There you
Damn it. That's all I'm just saying. We need friends too. Okay? All right. Don't be cutting us out. You know, we got feelings. I'm just trying to say we got feelings. I'm gonna leave it at that. Hey guys, I truly appreciate you guys being here tonight, and
Thank you.
I really appreciate the people who listen to the show, and I thank you. If you have any comments or questions, or you have topics that you would like for us to discuss, please reach out to us at www.nightlife247.com, and we will be happy to square that away for you or have those topics. If you want to be on the show as a guest, please contact us through email. Let us know. We'll get back to you. Doesn't matter if you live out of state, because we can still get you on the show by phone. And everybody doesn't agree with the topics we talk about. And we understand that. We know that. And we believe in that. And that's fine. But to have a voice, you got to open up your mouth so you can be heard. Remember what I always say about being smart, be safe, and have fun, because that's what we're in this place to do, okay? We're placed on earth to help others, and if you can't help them, God knows. Please, 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 please don't do anything to harm them. The world is constantly changing, and right now, people, you see it's not always for the better, and sometimes we got to hold on to the little bit of sanity that we got, and sometimes we get that sanity through great sex. We'll talk to you later. We're out. We at Nightlife 24/7 appreciate you, our listener, who has an open mind and heart and are able to listen, learn, and discuss those issues that affect you and your partner. By discussing these issues, we hope to keep the lines of communication open to help inform you, our listener, and our community. It's on your mind, so let's talk about it on Nightlife 24/7.